I am Keith, and I am with Legends of the Unknown. We have a podcast on YouTube. This is my co-host, Frank. I'm assuming you guys probably really don't know too much about Legends of the Unknown. We're about 5 episodes in. We talk about legends, paranormal, all kinds of stuff. So we're going to get into this. If you want to check us out, our podcast is on YouTube. We're recorded every Monday. They're put up by Monday night. It's really interesting. We go from Ohio all around the United States, around the world, Michigan, Pennsylvania, West Virginia. So, what's that? Asia. So, we're going to dive into this. The first section of this is going to be a little bit of Waldo, Ohio history. Does anyone know anything about Waldo, Ohio? Are you guys from Waldo, Ohio? Okay, well, this is going to be good then. Do you know much about Waldo, Ohio?
No, I'm an importer.
You're an importer. I am too. I'm an importer too. But I did a little bit of research. So we're going to dive into the Waldo history. A real estate investor in 1831 came and bought up 900 acres in Waldo, Ohio. That's where he started Waldo as a village. 900 acres, and would you take a guess what his name is? It is.
What is it?
Pettibone.
Oh, wow.
His first name is Milo D. Pettibone. He was the first prosecuting attorney for Marion County in 1824. He had 4 boys, 4 daughters, and a wife. He named Waldo after his 4th son, Waldo, who would eventually end up being killed in the Civil War in Virginia in 1864. Do you know anything else about Waldo?
It's small, they got a great bar and grill.
That's true. Thanks for blowing right?
Yes. Oh, that's true. The GNR down the road, Lonely Ceiling.
Alright, so what's down the road from that? What lies, what's the big sign?
The empty side?
Well, it's empty now because it's closed.
No, I don't know.
The Grawls Furniture. Yes,
Yeah.
Grawls Furniture.
I might be telling my age here.
Grawls Furniture was open for 113 years before it closed back in 2009. It started in 1825, and would you take a guess of what they first started making? Furniture? No. Anyone got a guess?
Buggy.
No. Yes?
Coffin.
Coffin. They started making coffins. So they became, in central Ohio, they became known for their furniture and for their coffin manufacturing. So that's just a little bit of history that many people might not know about. So, how many people are into legends? Anyone paranormal? Any urban legends, anything like that? You guys dive into that at all? No? Yes?
Mothman, Bunny
Mothman? How many has ever heard of Mothman? What about Bunny Man? Dogman? How many people are from Delaware County?
We live in Delaware County, but not from.
Okay. Have you ever heard of the legend of the pirate from Delaware County? Okay. Well, that's what we're getting into next.
Oh, Lord.
Have you heard this?
No.
You laugh.
Yeah.
That's what I like about this, because you laugh.
Because I'm picturing some guy in a canoe rowing down the creek. I'm a pirate.
That's very true. That could happen,
Very far.
especially in Delaware County. Get like old wooden door going down the river. All right, so in 1825, many trappers came to Delaware County, around like Shawnee Hills, about 30 minutes south of here. They set up,
This one is the Osher.
set out homes, so forth. And one of the gentlemen that came in with these trappers, he really wasn't a trapper. He was sending off different vibes to the locals, and they just really weren't getting a good feeling about this guy. So my question to you, if you had a new guy move in next to you, and he's a little different, what would your first thoughts be?
Close the blinds, put up a big fence.
You have to put up a big fence.
But most of the time, I mean, it said 1845-ish.
1825. 1825.
Like, I mean, you ignore them. And, you know, because there's plenty of territory, plenty of land. They do their thing, you do their thing.
Okay. So everything kind of seemed like somewhat normal. The man bought land, and almost overnight, a big castle was built. Does that draw any red flags to you?
Almost overnight.
Almost overnight.
How? Okay. We can go into logistics and whatnot, but,
Right.
I mean,
Well, I'm pretty sure it's not like the sun rose and then sunset and then there's a castle the next day. But figuratively speaking,
in a fortnight.
in a fortnight.
There we go. I mean, yeah, it'd be suspicious where to get his money, who is this guy, he's crazy, et cetera, et cetera.
I would kind of be on that same line of, you know, trappers back in the day probably weren't the wealthiest. So if you're trying to fit in with a trapper, you come to Delaware County, very secluded, and all of a sudden you have a castle built overnight, and it would definitely throw red flags. What's this guy doing? You know, how's he getting his money, just like you said? You know, what's going on here?
Exactly, so take my land and my next, et cetera.
Which a pirate, he might take your land. But things started getting stranger. Wagons started pulling in with European carved woodwork, paintings, all kinds of luxury stuff that the locals never had. And he was going to this guy's house. Once the massive mansion was completed, along with a mausoleum,
Okay.
the man paid for it full with gold pieces.
I mean, gold and silver were the primary monetary factor back in that time, so, I mean, this
How much does the mansion cost back in those days, though?
is more than I have.
Now?
Exactly. But no, I mean, yeah, there's typical red flags, et cetera, going on, so.
All right.
But as long as this guy is, if he's keeping to himself, you know, he's gonna stay in his
That I can
castle,
tell.
et cetera.
He is.
It looks weird, but whatever, you know.
He is staying to himself, and that's what's, you know, causing the red flags. People, you know, want to see, you know, what this guy's about, and he's saying, nah, you can come to my house. You know, a lot of these people are becoming vain and saying, well, I want to see what your house looks like. So going on to that point, he now hires workers. Okay? They come in, they clean his house, they're doing odd things for him. Hey, I saw a painting this guy had. Picture of a bunch of pirates on a boat. And this guy is standing in the middle of us, the main pirate.
So he's eccentric, I mean, he likes pirates.
No, like, it doesn't like, all right, I can see kind of this reason why this rumor is starting,
Yeah.
because he's paying for gold, or paying with gold. He's got a mansion built almost overnight, European pieces to go in his house, you know, like we said, all cost money.
But how many people go to Disneyland and get their picture taken with Darth Vader and so forth, you know, amongst a bunch of stormtroopers? This guy likes pirates. Okay, there you go.
So you're saying if I got my picture taken with Darth Vader, it's not real?
Not even gonna answer that one.
Man, I thought it was real. All right, so, like I said, the only people that were allowed in there were the workers. People were getting frustrated. They wanted to see what he was all about. And he wasn't allowing them to do that. Along the way, a lady came. He had himself a wife. Probably took all his money and left. But, that's here nor there. They would see her walking the river bed at night and not allowed to talk to all the locals. So now he's somewhat controlling of his new woman.
Okay.
Alright? How much of this legend are you believing right now?
I mean, it makes a good bar story, but, I have not read up on it, so I gotta go by your word, and it is true. And, I mean, yeah, considering the times, lots of guys were very possessive of their wives, et cetera, so yeah, I can see, him not allowing his new wives to talk to others. Especially if they don't go out, and she's definitely very social. He's worried about, she's gone with somebody else.
So do you think, if I said right now, real or debunked, what would you say?
I'd say, not knowing anything about it, yeah, I'd say it's true.
Okay. So here's my thought on this. All the evidence that we have, or, the information. If I was a pirate, and I was doing pirate deeds for 20 years, and I wanted to retire, where was the best place to retire?
Certainly not the frontier. In 1821, we still had Shawnee Indians going around the area and possibly.
I guess that's true. That's true, because I didn't think of it like that, but I would think that if I was a pirate, I want to go lay low. I would lay low in Delaware County, especially, it's forest, it's, very undeveloped. So, this guy ends up leaving. He ends up just vanishing, him and his wife, overnight, gone. No one knows a trace of him, nothing. Now you have people vandalizing his house. They want to go in, they want to get his gold that he left there. Now there's a legend that he left gold behind.
Okay, yeah.
So I would probably go in there too and be like, well, yeah, if I'm gonna find gold, why not?
He's got great rugs and tapestries and great furniture that I don't have. And he's gone. Hell yeah.
Honey, what do you know today? I'm gonna go to the neighbors and get a rug. We need a rug. Just a rug? Yeah, a rug.
He's gone.
He's gone. It's gone. No. So over time, vandals go in, they destroy the mansion, which is always sad to see. But and then it ends up becoming a pile of rubble, essentially. So we were talking, and I said right now, if I said real or debunked, you will on real. Correct? Knowing what I know, I'm going to say it's real. Because it is real. The story does not line up with the pirate, but there's a John Robinson that lived in Delaware County in 1825. This pirate's name was John Robinson. I went on Delaware Historical Society.
Amber, your line just came up.
Yes, it is. I went on Delaware Historical Society. There's still remnants of his house that are still up. The rubble, the pile of rubble that was once his house is still on the river. You can still see it today. They actually have a piece of mail with his name on it from 1825. Or not 1825, but when that legend became.
What part of Delaware County?
It is around Shawnee Hills. It's about 30 minutes south of here. So
Maybe
there,
the rivers that, so we're around that area.
Yeah.
Could support that, but yeah, no, that's.
Scioto River. Oh, that way?
Yeah, the quarry right in Shawnee Hills area, just north there, there's a, it looks like a boat. There's a
Okay,
little
yeah,
island
yeah.
out in the middle of that quarry, it looks like.
That could be.
Yeah.
But what I was going to ask you was, now that you know it's real, do you want to go to church for gold?
No. It's been, what, 150 plus years?
Probably.
Well, yeah.
1825. So how many knew that legend? How many, found it interesting that Delaware County has that type of legend around that not very many people know about?
How did he get his money?
He was a pirate.
Oh, he was actually a pirate.
He did pirate things. But the legitimate John Robinson was not a pirate from the Delaware County Historical Society. He was actually a trapper that when he came into town, that's what legend started because no one really saw this guy. He was always just kind of keeping to himself. There's always that what if type factor, and that legend started from rumors.
All right, so how many people are happy that Keith didn't start talking like a pirate? Or start telling the story? That's what. All right.
I don't like birds, so I'm not going to have a parrot.
All right, so no, I can see that a guy, a trapper with a lot of money just because of the price of pelts at that time, especially in England and Europe, beaver pelts, especially the price per like food, this guy was smart enough to capitalize on it. Yeah, I can see that.
And back in that time period, what really do you do as far as living anyhow? I mean, like you said, it's frontier, it's, you're a trapper, you live off the land.
Yeah.
So, if a rumor gets around that, a pirate, I may not, people may leave me alone. They keep me to my own business and that's it.
A lot of them, yeah, but I mean, you see people like that today too. You can go to any bar and there's always that one or two guys that walk in and just let them sit off the side and do their own thing. That's true, so.
That's true.
Can name a few names here? But I won't.
Because they're out front?
Yeah.
All right, that's about the last of the legend of Delaware County. Does anyone have any history of Waldo that they would like to share? None? Do you got anything around Marion County?
No, like I said, I'm on
We're
board.
in Newport.
Yeah.
I can do, so I'm sorry. All right, we're going to take a 10-minute break. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that first segment. You guys go ahead and get drinks, refills, food. Food's amazing. We have some platters up here, with cheeseburgers, french fries, cheese plate. They got buckets of beer. So we're going to take about a 10-minute break, and we'll see you back here to talk about Mothman.